What is going on, everybody? In this video on NBA Top Shot, we're talking about Top Shot's last chance potentially to save the platform. So obviously the second half of Series 3 did not go well at all. The first half of Series 3 was going decently until they decided to do these All-Star packs, which we're going to look at, releasing an insane amount of moments into the platform. And also just the 60K moments to start off with in general weren't great, but the market was still decent, and actually one of the best times since the ultimate crash in mid 2021 was happening at the end of 2021 and the beginning of 2022. And about January, February, the market was really looking good until some of these packs went down. So we're going to talk about hopefully what they're going to do in Series 4 here. Also, their latest big mistake with these playoff common pack drops, and kind of look at what is happening with that and kind of what I think went wrong with those. So the first thing is they actually did have a challenge, and I'm sorry and mistaken in my last two videos. I thought the Andrew Wiggins reward was going to be with these moments, but it's actually for this other challenge that I guess just ended. But the series long challenge, flash challenge, was for the Andrew Wiggins, not with these new finals moments, which doesn't make sense to me why they did it that way for the first time in the playoffs, and now for this one they're just giving you packs. So that was a disappointment to see that for this you essentially only needed the 4 moments from the common pack, which is the Horford, Otto Porter Jr., Rob Williams, Steph Curry, and then a challenge award. At least they did make these moments the bottleneck and not the 5th moment the bottleneck. And due to that, we saw a little rise in prices for these guys not named Steph Curry. So now looking back at my price predictions, the Steph Curry of $18 during the challenge looks decent. It's at 19 or 20 right now, but these guys are climbing their way up to $6 right now. I don't know if any of them have reached 7 during the challenge, but looks like 6. So I was pretty far off saying that I thought they would be 10. And let's just double check there real quick. So actually Otto Porter Jr. is still $5. And then I think actually I saw one that was in the 6s climbing its way up to 7, I believe. So yeah, so Horford right now is 6, for some reason more than Otto Porter, but you could see, but actually there's a good amount of sales until this one gets to 7, so maybe 6 is what that one will plateau at. And just pretty disappointing in this challenge and this pack, because the other ones, if we look at a previous moment from the playoffs, which shouldn't have as much value because they're not from the finals, their prices were a lot higher. So Draymond Green, if we could find his playoff moment out of just 87.50, which is more than 8,000, we can come back and look at this one on Evaluate Market. We'll be able to see that this one had multiple times where it had some utility and value. The first was in the first challenge, where this one was $8, which is higher than any of these moments that we've seen, and even people started paying 10 towards the end of the challenge. And then a massive another big bump because of challenge utility during the playoffs for these playoff moments. So the finals ones are not going to have utility like this, and the original challenge is not as good for them either. So kind of a disappointment there on this finals pack. They should have found a way to make these worth more than the previous playoff moments. Just a huge blunder in my opinion. It seems like they should have someone on the team that could predict that what the price of these will come out as better than what they're doing. In my previous videos, I assumed it was the Wiggins challenge reward, which would have been worth a good amount compared to what the actual reward is for these moments. And we can see what the actual reward is: a base set Series 2 pack plus a KD certified standard pack. And if we look back, KD's certified standard pack is $19, and also obviously base set, this is a 3, but base set 2 is same price, $9. So really the challenge value is $28. That's not very much. If we come back and look at playoff from series 3 and then filter by just challenge rewards, they could have made it around that 4,000 or 3,000 price range here, and you could see that these are worth quite a bit more here. They could have made it, since it's a finals challenge, a lot harder and got maybe even less than Drew Holiday here, and this one would have been worth a good amount, a hefty amount for the Wiggins if they could have figured out a way to mint it under that for the finals. I think it would have been a good way to end it out, but they didn't do that, so these moments really aren't worth anything. I mean, you could make them even close to this, like a little above that. So that was definitely disappointed. At least we got Steph Curry here to bump up to $19. So if you hit a Steph Curry, it's $19 now, and it was a positive pack value after the other playoff moment and the other 2 base moments. You could have even pulled 2 Steph Currys, so at least that one paid off, but the other ones are just looking pretty terrible right now. So the first way I would look to improve on Series 4 is lowering the pack prices. Like, if they lowered this one, they should have been able to figure out that a lot of these moments you pull aren't going to be worth it even during the challenge, and lower the pack to $14 maybe instead of $19. I know they're going to be making less money. They're already making less money because they're not minting as many moments and as many with higher mint counts, but sorry, you're not going to be making $5 million per drop, which is literally what they're making. If we look at these All-Star Standard packs, $19, and they released 250 in release 3, and release 2 here, again 250 in this release, so 250,000 times roughly 20 is around $5 million. So insane how much they're making here. They're not going to be making as much money, but to get people back in and into Top Shot again, and also get new users, you're going to need these to be at least worth it. I was watching a live stream, which I'm pretty sure Top Shot paid for this guy to do a live stream opening packs, and it was a YouTube channel that had like 80,000 subscribers, and most of the people, including him, hadn't been on Top Shot before, and these people were like pretty confused, honestly, with the whole pack process and opening it. They seemed like pretty much all new users, and then I'm sure after the prices came out, they were pretty upset and maybe will never even go back to Top Shot because, I mean, the first day after the drop, Curry was only worth $11 also, so they're probably like, wow, I pulled the best possible moment and the pack's still not worth it. They probably didn't even know they had to wait until the challenge to make it worth it. So I think just for Series 4, make these packs guaranteed positive. I mean, only 9,000 people were able to get the common playoff pack, which is not a lot considering usually like 30,000 people line up for these common packs. So if you're able to hit one, it should be positive pack, almost guaranteed, or at least guaranteed break even. That's like the first thing that they really should do. And if they can't figure that out, honestly, people are going to stop buying packs. I mean, they should. People are still buying these. And I mean, I guess this playoff one was really the first one that was negative value for basically anything you pulled besides Steph. And obviously the next thing is going to be mint count. It's going to be very interesting to see what they mint these out of. If we come look at some Series 2 moments, they were off to a good start in Series 2 when I joined the platform with these 15K common moments here. If they could go back to that, maybe even less than 15K, but I would like to go to at least down to 15K for their base moments, no 40, 35K even, and stick with that for their base. I think 15K could be a good number, maybe even 10K for base moments now. And if we look at WNBA, their common moments so far for Series 4 are highest out of just 8,000. So that's a pretty good sign, in my opinion. Even though these are still going for just $2, I think it's definitely a positive sign of where they could take Series 4. But just in my opinion here, if they do those two things in Series 4, I think it would really benefit the platform and also just cut down on total moments of players. An example that I've always given was like Giannis in Series 2. If you see how many moments he has, they got to cap it for at least like 5 per player or something like that. Giannis Series 2 just had an egregious amount of moments on the platform. 4, 8, 12, 15 total moments for one player, including this one out of 15,000, this one out of 7,500, 35,000, 11, 40, 10. So just so many moments and out of high mint count. So if they can keep all those things down, get people back into it with these challenges, flash challenges, having more utility, all that great stuff, I think we could be back on Top Shot for Series 4. But honestly, if they go the entire series like they did with Series 3, I think that it's just honestly could be completely dead by this time next year, maybe even sooner before the playoffs. Also, they should do more of this. Really easy challenges like they did around the NBA draft to give people free packs, maybe even a challenge with some free Dapper balance to then go ahead and spend in the market instead of packs. I think that could be healthy for users that are paying attention and still on Top Shot. Basically, free incentives to keep collecting and have big collections and not sell things off. Like this one, I had to buy Devin Vassell for $3 and that was it for a $9 base pack. Obviously, $3 is most likely these are just going to be $2 moments, but we could see if we can hit something good in this to end this video out. So we got a Thanasis Antetokounmpo out of 60K. We also have a 50K Landry Shamet block, which is probably his only block of the entire year. And we have a 15K Warriors Jordan Poole. So this one's actually not bad. This one might be $3 on the platform now because Poole doesn't have that many moments, but I think I honestly have 5 of these now. And yeah, you got the championship badge on there. So more challenges like that, all for that for sure. Alright, if you guys enjoyed this video on basically Top Shot's last chance to save the platform in Series 4 after a pretty rocky Series 3, definitely give me a subscribe to stay tuned for how Top Shot's doing, even if you're not involved fully or don't plan on it moving forward. But I think they should be trying to fix things to make it profitable for collectors again in Series 4. So looking forward to that. And until next time, I'll catch you guys in another video.